Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another week of the WIA Weekly Wind Up, where we meet you here every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern, live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter to chat a little bit about what we have going on within the Women in Analytics and Data Connect community. So thank you to everyone who's joining this morning. Just to recap, we've, over the last couple of weeks, really dove into some individual kind of networking elements, some programming elements, all sorts of good stuff that we have planned for the Data Connect conference this year. If this is the first time that you've heard of the Data Connect conference, definitely go back and reference some of those previous videos that we've done. We do these every week. And we over the last couple of weeks have really just touched a little bit more in depth on some of the elements of the conference. So just to recap what we chatted about previously, we've talked about the DataViz competition, which if you've been tuning in for a while, you've already been pretty aware of that. Basically, we get hundreds of applications in, or submissions for the DataViz competition. This is something we do every year. There are cash prizes, trophies involved. We've narrowed it down to the top 10, and then you vote virtually on the top 10 to narrow it down to a top 5. Those top 5 have the opportunity to join us in Columbus or virtually if they are not able to join us live. And then we basically set up their Viz presentations in a data gallery kind of format. Folks who are attending the event get to walk through, get to interact, and then vote in the app for their favorite. The top 3, like I mentioned, get cash prizes, trophies, all of that good stuff. So dataconnectconf.com, up in the top right, there's a More tab. You can drop that down, go to the DataViz competition, see who ended up in the top 5, check those out. You can kind of view each one and interact online as well. And then if you're joining us for the event in person, you'll have the opportunity to kind of play with those, live and then vote on your favorite. We've also talked about the Startup Showcase. We are doing this in partnership with Women in Data this year. Let me share my screen here. I know we've talked about this briefly a couple of times. But basically, if you are interested in pitching your startup at the 2023 Data Connect conference, you have the opportunity to do so. We will only have 3 organizations who are pitching live on stage. Sadie St. Lawrence from Women in Data is going to be moderating. We have some phenomenal VCs set up to be able to give you some feedback, all of that good stuff. You can go to dataconnectconf.com. Up here in the More tab, there's a Startup Showcase. You can click in there, learn a little bit about the event itself, what we're hoping to accomplish by adding this event to our lineup at the conference, benefits of pitching, and then you can learn a little bit about our moderator, Sadie St. Lawrence, and our VC panel as well. And then if you scroll down here to the bottom, you can enter some information in about your company and your startup. And then we will narrow that down to just a handful of folks who will be joining us at the event, and then 3 who will be pitching live on stage. I know I'm going over this pretty quickly. We've talked about this the last couple of weeks, so I want to be mindful of just getting through that. The agenda is up and live as well. We are finalizing our last few speakers. So those will be all available on the speakers page too. If you're interested in sponsoring the event, or your organization is interested in sponsoring the event, we do have just a few slots left, so please reach out to us. There's a sponsor tab here. You can check out the latest prospectus, the benefits of sponsoring, and then there's a little form link on there as well to reach out to us to share your interest. I want to dive in just very quickly to workshops, and then I actually have a couple of community-oriented things to share with you today as well. So workshops, to give you a little bit of background around those, we typically offer 2 pre-conference workshops every year. Those do occur on Wednesday, July 19th this year. Tickets for these are sold separately. So if you've already purchased your conference ticket, you can log into the registration page and purchase a separate workshop ticket. We also have bundles for these tickets as well. So if you are interested in attending the conference and a workshop, you have the opportunity to purchase both of those together at just a slight discount. We are offering 2 different workshops this year. We'll have the real-time machine learning workshop, which will be presented by Chip and the Claypot AI team. Chip is one of our keynotes as well, so you'll have the opportunity to hear from her and her team a couple of times throughout the event. She'll also be doing a book signing at the end of day 1, but we will get into that next week. You can click into each one of these and see who's going to be presenting, the title, a little bit of a description. We are going to be hosting our workshops this year at the Denison Edge space, which is great. They've been so wonderful in being able to provide us that space to use for these workshops. It is within walking distance of the Hyatt, which is also great. So if you are coming in from out of town and are going to be staying on site at the Hyatt Regency, the Denison Edge space is extremely close and is probably less than a 5-minute walk from the venue itself. So, which is great, limiting traveling throughout the city. So we talked a little briefly about the real-time and machine learning. We will also have a second workshop in the afternoon, moving into management. So you can click into that. You can learn a little bit more about the different skills and whatnot that you will be, experiencing throughout this workshop. I know we're hitting on these just super quickly, but I do want to mention just a couple of other points. We do serve lunch in between these workshops as well. So just kind of a cool opportunity for folks in both workshops to get together for lunch between 12 and 1 between each of the workshops. Definitely log on to the website, check these out, read the descriptions. We try to offer something a little more technical and also something a little bit more management oriented every year. So I think we've really nailed it in that aspect. You can join, or you can learn a little bit more by going to dataconnectconf.com, hitting down this More tab. There's a workshops tab there. And then you can basically check out a little bit more in depth each of the workshop opportunities. Like I mentioned, they are sold separately, so I will just show you that briefly. Your options. If you are interested in the combo pass, that's going to be this second option here, combo pass pricing. Basically, you get access to the conference and one workshop pass. We are on round 4, so we're down here at the bottom right corner. If you've already purchased your conference ticket, or if you are interested in exclusively attending the workshop, you also have that opportunity. We sell the workshop only passes here. We will, sell those until seats sell out. We've got about room for 25-ish folks in each workshop. We're about halfway there, so tickets are selling quickly. If you are interested, you can head to the registration page, check out the pricing, and then you'll register for those workshops very similarly to how you register for the conference. You'll just need to make sure that you check either that workshop only or that combo pass pricing. Lastly, if you are interested in attending the workshop and the conference, but need to spread out the cost of that a little bit, we are offering payment plans this year. Last year, we rolled this out about halfway through our ticket sales. So I am really excited to be able to offer this throughout the entire process of our ticket sales this year. We also, for the first time, have added combo tickets to that. So again, if you're interested in attending the conference and the workshop, but need some assistance in making that happen financially, we do have the payment plan options as well. So this bottom section here is going to be all for the combo passes. So regular, nonprofit, and student. We have, it breaks it down into 6 monthly payments. There's no additional fees. There's no interest on them, nothing like that. And those just get automatically taken out of your account every month. So that helps, with the accountability part, and then does kind of help spread out that cost a little bit as well. So that is all I have for you from a conference perspective today. We've hit heavily on a lot of the different elements, but we are really excited about everything we're putting together. There's, a couple more things for us to share as well over the next couple of weeks. So we will keep you in the loop on what some of those elements are. And as we start rolling out some registration processes for pre-registration for the recruitment session, all of that good stuff, we will keep you in the loop on that. We do also have a couple of community events happening soon as well. So let me swap screens here. You can learn a little bit more about the Women in Analytics community events that we put on through the womeninaanalytics.com website. Sorry, I have these pulled up already. womeninaanalytics.com/events. That will take you to our event page where we keep track of all of the different things we have going on. We do a webinar series. We also do some community events. So we have some really cool things coming up. June 1st, we are rolling out a new mini tutorial, GitHub Essentials for Beginners. So we'll do this in a part 1 and part 2 on June 1st and June 8th at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Erin Clancy from Improving is going to be putting that on. The tutorials are really cool because they are a really neat opportunity to get some experience kind of working through a project with an expert. We do them and set them up as more of a traditional kind of Zoom-esque meeting. So if you have questions or need some clarification through these mini tutorials, you have the opportunity to ask those questions in the moment and have those conversations with not only the presenter, but the other folks who are participating too. So it's a little bit more of an intimate experience, which is great. We love being able to provide these to folks. We just did one, which the recordings are available for over DataViz and R in March. We do also record these, and they are available on the standard membership platform. So if you are not able to check out this first one, but want to get caught up before the second one comes out, or vice versa, you have the ability to do so. I do want to mention that these mini tutorials are standard member exclusives, as are the recordings of them. You do get your first month for free. So if you have not signed up for the standard membership yet, I would recommend doing so. We've got a lot of things coming up within the next couple of weeks that you'll be able to take advantage of during that trial phase. And then hopefully you stick with us after the fact to check out the recordings and stay tuned on some of the other things that we have coming up. So in addition to the mini tutorials, we're also doing an Inspiring Path series. So this one, we are going to be focusing a little bit more on the intersection of industry and academia. This is more oriented towards like career paths in data and AI. So we're really excited to be putting this together. This is also a standard member exclusive that is happening on June 6th at 11 a.m. So again, your first month is free. So if you'd like to sign up, you've got access to a ton of really great things in June. You can go down to this register today page, and it will take you directly to the standard membership registration. Lastly, we have something really cool coming up tonight as well that I would love to share in just one moment. Unfortunately, this is not something you'll be able to sign up for today, but this is just a glimpse into some of the opportunities that are available to you within the standard membership platform. So not only do you have access to the other events that we were chatting about, you'll also have access to our mentorship program. We do some networking nights. We try to put together a couple of programming opportunities as well. So tonight we're having a mentorship meetup, creating a more mindful culture. We are really excited to have Stephanie Globus doing this for us. Basically, I'm really excited. She's going to kind of break it down into 3 different aspects. There's going to be lots of conversation, lots of interactivity. And yeah, so if you are interested in attending something like this in the future, you have the opportunity to do so by signing up for the standard membership program and then signing up for our mentorship program. So we try to offer a variety of different programming opportunities to kind of fit, what the needs are of folks who are in our program at that time. So we'll ask for feedback. We'll ask for, things that you're hoping to see. You can also see on here as well, this is just our mentorship events calendar, but we've got this meetup coming up tonight. We have a couple of networking nights coming up as well. So lots of great things happening in the Women in Analytics platform as well. I know we haven't talked too much about it lately. Yeah. So just to recap, lots of great things happening for the Data Connect conference. Please check out that startup showcase pitch application if that's something you are interested in. Applications do close at the end of the month. So if you are interested, you definitely want to get that in sooner than later. We also have the mini tutorial coming up within the Women in Analytics platform that I believe is June 1st and June 8th, part 1 and part 2. So you have an opportunity to get signed up for the standard membership platform before we host the tutorials, which is great. We also talked a little bit about the AI kind of career path opportunity that you'll have access to in the standard membership platform as well. And then we touched a little bit on some of the mentorship activities that are available to you. Our current mentorship cohort is already full and in progress, but we will open a second one before the end of the year and we will keep everyone in the loop on when that's open and ready for you to apply for. So thank you so much to everyone who has joined me today. I know I've been throwing a lot of information at you over the last couple of weeks. I appreciate you tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.